Be honest, have you ever been here? It's pushing midnight. You are absolutely exhausted. Your own to-do list is a mile long. Then your phone buzzes. It's a coworker with a tiny last-minute request. Can you by any chance bake 200 cupcakes for the office party tomorrow? You stare at the text, and that familiar wave of guilt just washes over you. You want to type, "No way," but your fingers have other plans, hovering over, "Sure, no problem. Meet Sam." Sam is a chronic people pleaser. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we sacrifice our own sanity for a request that was never our problem to begin with? This habit doesn't just make you tired. It can lead to serious resentment, emotional exhaustion, and feeling like you've lost track of who you even are. But what if there was a way to break that cycle? A simple trick to finally say no without that crushing guilt and turn these awkward moments into moments of self-respect. Stay tuned. Section 1. The problem with just say no. We've all heard the advice a million times. You just have to set better boundaries. Or just say no. It sounds so simple, right? But if it was that easy, none of us would be losing sleep over cupcakes we didn't want to bake. The truth is, for a lot of us, people-pleasing is a deeply ingrained habit. It often comes from a fear of disappointing people, a need to be liked, or a deep desire to avoid conflict. We tell ourselves that saying yes is what makes us a good friend, a dedicated employee, or a supportive partner. But this has real consequences. Always putting others first can lead to burnout and a quiet, simmering resentment. You start to feel less like a person and more like a tool. I remember my boss dropping a huge project on my desk right at the end of the day. I wanted to tell him I was already drowning in work, but what actually came out of my mouth was, "Of course I'm on it." I ended up missing my friend's birthday dinner, and as I sat in that empty office, I realized I wasn't mad at my boss. I was mad at myself. That feeling of self-blame, that's the real trap of people-pleasing. Section 2, the reframe and the technique. So, what's the secret to breaking free? It all starts with a mental shift. We think saying no is an act of rejection that will damage our relationships. But here's the insight that changes everything. Saying no is not about rejecting others. It's an act of respecting yourself. It's about being honest about what you can and can't do. And surprisingly, people often end up respecting you more for it because it shows you value your own time. Your no doesn't mean you're selfish. It means you're being responsible with your energy so you can show up as your best self for the things that really matter. It's a form of self-care. Once you've embraced that idea, you can use a simple, guilt-free technique. Let's call it the pause and formulate method. It has 3 small steps. First, the pause. The next time a request comes in, your only job is to buy yourself time. Instead of that knee-jerk yes, say something like, "Let me check my calendar and get back to you." This simple phrase is a game changer. It breaks the cycle of automatic agreement and gives you a second to actually think. Second, the honest assessment. In that pause, you ask yourself, do I really have the time and energy for this? Do I even want to do this? Is it my responsibility? Be brutally honest with yourself. Recognizing your limits is a strength, not a weakness. Third, the polite decline sandwich. If the answer is no, you deliver it with a simple, respectful formula. You start with something positive. "Thanks so much for thinking of me." Then, you state your decline, clearly and briefly. "Unfortunately, I can't take this on right now." And if you want, you can end with another positive, "I hope the party is a huge success." You don't need to give a long, elaborate excuse. Being brief is being respectful. If any of this is hitting home for you and you're ready to start building healthier boundaries, take a second to subscribe and click that notification bell. We put out new content every week to help you live a more intentional life. Sam's transformation. Let's go back to Sam, staring at that cupcake request. This time, instead of giving in to the guilt, Sam takes a breath and uses the pause and formulate method. Sam types, "Thanks for thinking of me for this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to bake the cupcakes for tomorrow. Good luck with the party prep." And then Sam hits send. There's no angry text back. The world doesn't implode. The office party still happens. And Sam? Sam feels a wave of relief, and more importantly, a surge of self-respect. Saying no isn't about shutting people out. It's about making room for yourself. It's how you stop saying yes to exhaustion and burnout and start saying yes to your own well-being and your own peace of mind. So the next time you feel that pressure, just pause. You don't have to get it perfect overnight. Just try it once. You might be shocked at how free you feel. And if you're wondering what to watch next, check out our video on what to say when you're too nervous to speak. Thanks for watching.